Hey everyone, welcome back to Snapbolt, and I have another Pioneer League here for you. I'm coming up on GP Phoenix, and I thought I was locked on Mono Black Agro, and then my brother Dan, who's a really strong player, told me about this deck, and I ran it through one league, and I just 5-0'd it, barely losing any games. I did not think it was going to be that strong, but it felt really, really strong. It felt great. So I'm running it through another league, recording it, seeing how it goes. And it's a possibility that I'm going to be playing this in Phoenix. But basically what this deck is, it's an Inverter of Truth, Thassa's Oracle combo deck. So basically what we're doing here, the way the combo works is first you cast Inverter of Truth. It's black, black 2, so 4 mana, 6/6 flying. When it enters the battlefield, exile all the cards from your library face down, and then shuffle all the cards from your graveyard into your library. So let's just say this scenario. We have 6 mana, and we have no cards in our graveyard, which is good. We use Dig Through Time and Murderous Cut, these two good delve spells, to keep our graveyard count down. So let's say we have no cards in graveyard. We cast Inverter of Truth, we exile library, and then we shuffle all the cards from our graveyard, which is none, into our library. So our library is 0 cards. And then we cast Thassa's Oracle, which, if you don't know what this card does, this is a new card. From Theros Beyond Death, and it says when it enters the battlefield, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is your devotion to blue. Put up to one of them on top of your library and the rest on the bottom in a random order. If X is greater than or equal to the number of cards in your library, you win the game. So basically, if you have 0 cards in library and you cast Thassa's Oracle, even if you have 0 devotion to blue, even if they kill Thassa's Oracle in response to the trigger, 0 is greater than or equal to the number of cards in your library, which is 0. So 0 is equal to 0, you win the game. So some things you can do, like pretty nice, like turn 4, you have 1 card in graveyard, you cast Inverter, you have a 6/6 flying blocker, and then you have 1 card in library. On your next turn, you draw it, then you have 0 cards in library, then you play Thassa's Oracle. You can set up a lot of good things where you know you're going to win, like through Thoughtseize or Brutality, or just like if your hand is like Inverter plus double Thassa's Oracle, your mana is pretty good actually, even though you have a lot of tap lands. So sometimes you can just like play into Inverter, and then next turn, even against a control deck, you're able to cast double Thassa's Oracle, so one of them will resolve. We're also just playing the best cards like Thoughtseize Push. But I guess another way to win with Inverter is just Jace, Wielder of Mysteries. This is a little bit harder to protect and set up. But this also has the text, if you draw a card when your library has no cards in it, you win the game. So if you have Jace out and like 1 or 2 cards or even 3 cards, I guess you can only have 1 or 2 cards in graveyard, but if you have a Jace in play, then you cast Inverter, exile your library, put like 2 cards from your graveyard into your library, and then Jace +1 target yourself, you win the game that way too. That's a little harder because if they kill Jace in response, then you lose the game. But it's not that hard to set up. Again, I didn't know if this deck would be any good. I thought it might be trash, but I just easily 5-0'd last time. First, a lot of decks like Mono Red or Chonky Red, they just like can't really interact with your combo. So if they can't race your combo, you just win. Then in the sideboard, just cards you would expect. Noxious Scrap, Aether Gust as color hate hosers, couple negates, couple duress, couple Bantu's Last Reckoning, which actually overperformed for me. I had one in the main previously, but this time I'm trying out Scarab God, which I did not have in the last league. This is just a really, really strong card. And then just a couple Ashiok, Unmoored Ego, and Silmara. But enough of the deck tech. I'll see you in the first round. Alright, welcome to round 1 against you, Mad Bro. We're on the play, and we'll just keep this hand. We have just a lot of good library manipulation here. We even have the Temple of Deceit. I think I do want to lead on Watery Grave, Shock, play Thoughtseize, because then next turn I can Drowned Catacombs, Discovery. I think that's better than leading on Temple. I can just Temple a little bit later. I take 4 damage in this line, but that's fine. See what we're up against. Looks like we're up against Bant Spirits. So a couple Eagles, a Selfless Spirit. So I kind of want to just take Mausoleum Wanderer, because that's a 1-drop that he can play on the... Oh no, he only has tap land, so his hand's kind of awkward actually. But if he draws a plains or island, he has 2 tap lands. I'm still just going to take Wanderer. I think that just buys us the most time. His hand could curve out pretty nicely if he finds the right lands here, though. Okay, there's a swamp. That's fine. I'm just going to Discovery here. Try to find the combo. Nope. Misclick. Discovery. Definitely graveyard these. It's fine to put cards in your graveyard like this sometimes because we have like Dig Through Time and Murderous Cut in our deck. So looks like he did not find a land. Nice. Another Discovery is actually good. I think I'll Discovery before Temple of Deceiving. I think that's better. Thassa's Oracle I'll take, but I will not take the land. Graveyard, top, and then Scry. Now we're just looking for Inverter, bottom. We have a lot of library manipulation. We have digs. We have a lot of good stuff. Discovery Dispersal is a card that also has been good for hand. Never cast Dispersal, but Discovery was always fine. Okay, there's a Jace. That's actually pretty good. I wonder if I Jace target him or I Jace target myself. I think I Jace target him, actually. I don't want to put too many cards in my graveyard because I want one dig to be able to mostly clear it out. So I'm just going to go Island, Jace, plus target him. And he's probably not going to be able to kill this Jace, which is nice. And there's a Dig Through Time. So now next turn we can plan on going Dig, find Inverter, Fatal Push something, hopefully. And then on turn 6, go Inverter into Thassa's Oracle, and hopefully that should be game. It seems just like pretty easy with this deck to set up like situations where the combo is lethal. Got my dog Lewin coming in the room to check it out. Alright, he's out of here. He's not interested. Alright, let's see what our opponent's going to do though. I feel like he's either just going to play double 2-drop or he's going to play Empyrean Eagle. Also, I've had like a lot of people misplay against me as well, like just like attack into my Inverter because they don't realize. Oh, Curious Obsession. So he can't quite kill Jace, which is nice. He might just attack us. He is. He's just ignoring the Jace. That's a reasonable option because he's putting us down to 12. And next turn he can hit for a lot. Okay. Oh, there's Inverter right now. But I have to dig first to exile my graveyard anyway. I think. Because what if I go Resolve Inverter, put those cards, put 6 cards into my library, and then Jace plus target myself, mill 2, draw 1 down to 3 cards. That's interesting. Because my Jace is probably going to survive, and then I have Inverter as a blocker as well. I kind of like that line. I think I'm going to do it. So I'm just going to play... Do I need to leave up Fatal Push? I think I do, because I might want to kill Supreme Phantom. Just so I could see a world where he can do a bunch of damage. I'm going to take this line. It's kind of weird, but it kind of just like protects us a little bit, I think. And we don't have to cast like Dig exiling our graveyard this turn. I just I like this line better. So I want to draw... I was going to say the Thoughtseize now. So I have 3 cards in library now. I have Fatal Push up, and I have a 6/6 flying blocker, and we're at 12. We also have Jace, so he has to deal with Jace and Thassa's Oracle. So I like the line we took. He's shocking because his life total doesn't matter, which is pretty typical with this deck. Nebelgast Herald, it taps stuff, right? Okay, so you can tap our Inverter. It's pretty good. But can you deal enough damage? Because now if he plays Supreme Phantom, I can either just kill that. Oh, is this a Selfless Spirit? That's not going to matter. He can kill our Jace. But then we go down to 2 cards and then Thassa's Oracle and that's game. So I'm pretty sure we have this. Selfless Spirit, sure. Yep, tap our guy, doesn't matter. And then next turn we just win. Oh, he's attacking our Jace now because he has to. Sure. Jace down. Because if he doesn't kill Jace, he loses next turn. Might as well just push this. I don't think it matters, but might as well. Then I just untap, and I think I just cast Thassa's Oracle because I don't think he has any way to interact. I don't need to cast Discovery Dispersal first because now our Devotion to Blue is 2. We look at the top 2. That's equal to the number of cards in our library, and we win the game. All right, double Supreme Phantom in hand. Yeah, sure. Okay. Noxious Grass seems good. A lot of his creatures are white. I don't think I want Bantu's Last Reckling, but he does have a bunch of creatures in his deck. Definitely want Thoughtseize in this matchup. Maybe I just don't want to board too heavily. I see this just being a little awkward against him. He also has Flash Guys. Yeah, I'm not going to bring it in, but I will bring in the Noxious Grasps. Alright, so now I'm just deciding what to side out. I could side out the 2 Discovery Dispersal just because it can be a little slow against them, but Scarab God doesn't seem that great either. I mean, it's 5 mana and it doesn't block their flying creatures. So maybe I just don't want Scarab God even. Maybe I want Dragon Lord because it's like has flying and can take one of their flyers. Maybe I just don't care about that. Maybe I just stick to the combo. Let's try it like this, just a simple sideboard, keeping all the library manipulation. I don't think I want Negate or Duress, because a lot of their interaction is like Spellcaller and whatever that fucking spirit is that gives hexproof. You Mad Bro, I feel like I've played against You Mad Bro before or seen his list in the 5-0 deck dumps. Let's see, our opponent plays first, obviously, and looks like we have a keepable hand. Got a Noxious Grasp as interaction, got a couple Inverters, got an Opt, got good mana, so looks good. He plays a tap land, we'll follow. And then, I guess I probably should have opted there, but I think this is actually okay. Yeah, this actually worked out because I didn't have to pay 2 life. I'm just going to go Drowned Catacombs. I'm just going to push now because they have a lot of interaction. It's better just to kill their guys when you're tapped out. I'm even just going to opt now as well. I don't need to try any funny business. Castle's actually interesting because once we get up to 5 mana, it's actually pretty good. But I'd rather just find Oracle, I think. Now, Field of Ruin has been nice. It's something that puts a card into the graveyard a lot of times. It can deal with Mutavault and stuff. It's just been nice. Probably just going to kill this now again. I just don't want him to build up. Probably just going to play Island, Noxious Grass now. Oh, that's a blue creature. I can't. Oh my god. Everyone's probably like, you're so dumb. I should have played Field of Ruin there just in case I wanted to put an extra card in my graveyard. Hopefully he plays like an Empyrean Eagle here or something. Curious Obsession, sure. I feel like he has a Rattle Chains. That's the card I'm thinking of. I can't just play Inverter yet because I don't have a Thassa's Oracle in my hand or graveyard. But I can play a Jace. And if he doesn't, oh, he does have a land. Tap land, interesting. So all he probably has is a rattle chains up, which is not that scary. So I'm going to untap. Oh, a Thoughtseize. I think I just need to play Jace into 2 mana though. I could play Thoughtseize and do nothing else this turn. Then he'll probably just flash and He'll probably flash into rattle change regardless. I'm going for the Jace. It's just way more mana efficient. And if this resolves, even if he flashes in rattle chains, he probably can't kill Jace. So I'm gonna soak up a lot of damage and get a couple cards out of it. But it looks like he has negate or veto or something. Unless he's just playing a rattle chains right now because he knows all I can do is draw a card. Disdainful Stroke. Alright. We would have obviously liked to Thoughtseize that, but we can Thoughtseize later. Now this Supreme Fandom is going to be just going off. This is exactly where we don't want to find ourselves. But I'm feeling like he has rattle change as well. It could be, maybe it was just Disdainful Stroke, but we'll see. Rest in peace. So that's actually good for us. A lot of people like side this in, I think, to play around like the dig through times and the murders cuts and stuff. But now if we just draw Thassa's Oracle at any point, it doesn't matter how many cards we have in our graveyard. It's just like, it's just strong for us. It's just like now we just like combo a little bit more easily even. It can be awkward because a lot of times you want to Inverter and then have cards in your graveyard to put back to buy you a little time before you deck. And now we can't do that. Wow, this is pretty tough. Jeez. All these blue cards, no white cards. I don't think we're going to be able to win this game. Maybe though. So if we draw Thassa's Oracle next turn, I want to be able to win. So Dispute actually does counter that, and Borrower doesn't matter, I don't think. So I think if I just take Dispute, then next turn if I draw Thassa's Oracle, I think I can actually win. Because if I go Inverter, exile my graveyard, my library goes to 0, and then I play Thassa's Oracle, even if he bounces it or interacts, I still win because I won't have any cards in library. So I just take Dispute, and then I guess I play. Let's see, what's his hand exactly left? Spectral Sail, Rattle Chains. I'm not gonna Field of Ruin him. I'm just gonna play this tapped, and then yeah, if we draw Thassa's Oracle, if he doesn't draw anything that interacts with us, we'll win. Otherwise, we're probably gonna lose. Okay, we do have this Noxious Grass as well. It's weird that it shows the Petty Theft too. I don't like that. So he draws up to 4 cards. Not good for us. So we just need to draw Thassa's Oracle here and have him not have drawn interaction. Okay, there's 1 card that's not interaction. Thassa's Oracle. Okay, well, now we won't have enough mana, but still going to play Op now. Temple. No, we don't want Temple. There's a Jace. Alright, well, I'll play Jace. I should have played Field of Ruin there and left up a blue-black mana. That was a mistake. Now we drew the Fatal Push. Just getting punished here. Now Jace can just die to his creatures. God damn. Feels pretty bad. I guess he can flash and stuff anyway, but that was definitely a mistake. You can draw another card with Spectral Sailor here. Multiple Rest in Pieces. Okay. So how much damage is this? Is that lethal? 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so assuming he had no interaction, that misplay did cost us. But we did have to draw Thassa's Oracle in the top 2, which we wouldn't have done. We would have drawn more removal spells. I mean, That misplay may have cost us, but I still think we were probably losing there. I think we just run it back. I don't think I want Dragonlord. Taking like one of his things isn't that good. His things like build up because a lot of them are lords, but just need to be killing his guys. He's got multiple rest in pieces, but still don't think I want negate or duress. I think I just want to kill his guys and combo. Just run it. We're on the play now. Keep this hand. I could just go shock because I want to have push up and I want to be able to If he plays like a 1-drop, I'm probably just going to kill it now. Yep, perfect. Just don't want to get rattle changed. Let me know if you disagree with like my way of like always killing his guys when I'm tapped out. I can play around Curious Obsession by not doing that a little bit, but you can also get blown out by their like protection spells. Ooh, Discovery Dispersal. I kind of like just casting that now for lands. Cast Discovery. Dig Through Time, Field of Ruin. Field of Ruin's a little awkward. But I can't really... I mean, I could top potentially, and then I'm playing these spells as well. Let's see, so if I top, then I have 2 cards in graveyard. I draw a land right now. Next turn I go land, 3, 4 cards in graveyard. It's just a little too awkward. I do want the Dig Through Time pretty bad though. I think it's just might be a little too greedy to graveyard the Field of Ruin. You know what? I'm just going to top both. I think it's worth because I also have a line if he plays a non-basic, I can field it and play one of my 1-drops to add another card to my graveyard. So yeah, we might get stuck on mana a little bit, but I still think it's worth it because I want the dig to be able to find Thassa's Oracle here. He might just have a rattle change or something that he's planning to flash in, which is totally fine. I'm just going to pass the turn here. If he flashes in a rattle chains, I'm just going to kill it on my turn while he's tapped out. I just don't want him to let him build up any board presence. Yeah, exactly. So he goes rattle chains in response to the trigger. We fatal push it. We can't use Field of Ruin because he only has basics. And then we'll just plan on opting later. I'm fine if he wants to spell color and opt. As awkward as this is this like is this a Supreme Phantom? Yes. Oh, he doesn't have any more lands. Wow. So he has a bunch of creatures in hand. Okay, we want the land for sure. And now we can just dig through time on our turn if we want. Also, Murderous Cut is good. I think I'm just going to dig though. Yeah, just dig now while I can resolve it. Find a Thassa's Oracle here. We did not. Interesting. I wonder if I want Thoughtseize push or opt push. Thoughtseize does seem decent. Doesn't help us find our combo though. And he's choked on mana, so Thoughtseize might not be the right call. I'm just going to go opt push. Put those on the bottom in any order. Pass the turn. I like our position. Oh, Mutavault's a good draw for him. We do have the Field of Ruin for it though. So if you just go... Oh, okay, it looks like he's leaving up Queller or something. Or another Field of Ruin. It's actually pretty good. Sorry for that. Got an alarm going off. Alright, let's see. Do I want to just opt right now? I think so. I'm just going to opt. Discovery Dispersal. I think that's good enough. Top. It's good with Murderous Cut and puts cards in our it puts cards in our graveyard and helps us find the combo. So it's just Discovery right now. I'm not just casting Fatal Push into like a spell queller right here. Alright, so he is gonna queller this Discovery. I don't think there's anything I can do about it this second. And now I can't Field of Ruin, so maybe I was a little hasty. But I can also just push the Supreme Phantom right now. I think I do like that. Okay, so that gets killed, basically. Now I can just go land, just push this, just keeps the pressure off of us. And we can try to cut his queller a little bit later. Now he's only hitting for 2, and he probably just has to leave 3 mana up. He can't queller a Murderous Cut as well, which is really nice. Wonder if I Field of Ruin him. No, I'm just gonna lead on a Discovery here again. That might force him to queller. No, it doesn't. Drowned Catacombs plus Jace. Let's graveyard the Drowned Catacombs, top the Jace. And now just pass the turn. He might flash something in, and that'll give us a chance to cut the queller. Okay, he didn't, but that means he's not putting more pressure on as well, so okay, he hit another land, that's fine. I wonder if I just go for the Murderous Cut here. If I Field of Ruin the Mutavault and he Rattle Chains it, if I then I can't Murderous Cut this turn, but then I could probably untap and Murderous Cut this, so I'm going to do this just to take an action, use my mana. If he goes for Activate and Rattle Chains, it's kind of annoying, but I don't think it's actually the end of the world. And we need to use this to improve our mana. Okay, he's just floating. That's fine. We can get a swamp. In case I want to cut right now. Which I probably do not. I guess there is a chance. I just go for cut on queller right now, force him to interact, and then I untap and play these powerful cards. Oh, he's going for something? What is this? A queller? Oh, just cast Brazen Barber? Does he have Rattle Chains? And would he have saved Mutavault? I mean, I'm just going to try to cut this queller right now. I'm not sure if this is right as well, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to leave the Fatal Push. Oh, yeah, and the Opt. That's actually what I wanted to do. Kind of misclicked there, but it didn't mean to tap all the mana. Okay, so now I get to cast this. I could have cast Dispersal. Interesting. Each opponent returns, and then they discard a card. So I could have had him bounce his Brazen Borrow and then have to discard a card, but I actually like casting Discovery here better anyway. I want to find the combo. Thoughtseize Thassa's Oracle, that's actually like almost perfect. Or literal perfect, basically. I mean, I want to draw both of these. And I want to draw Thoughtseize first. So I'm going to go Thassa's Oracle on top. Put on top, put on top. And then I can just lead on Thoughtseize next turn. Lead on Thoughtseize, see what he has. Potentially just cast Inverter here, depending on what it is. Mystical Dispute, Disdainful Stroke, Brazen Borrower. So it's unfortunate because I can't resolve this Jace. Let's see. Disdainful Stroke and... Oh no, I have to take... So next turn I'm drawing an unknown, but if I take Disdainful Stroke here, and then I just cast Inverter of Truth this turn, then I go to 4 cards in library, and I have this Jace plus this Thassa's Oracle, and I'm drawing one of these 4 cards. This is tough. This is really tough. Because if I take Disdainful Stroke and play Jace, then it gets disputed. That's not the worst for me. I could take Disdainful Stroke and play Inverter. It's gonna resolve. It might get bounced, but that doesn't matter. And then all he has to interact is a Mystical Dispute, but I just have 4 cards in library. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna take Disdainful Stroke. I'm gonna play Inverter here. And we also have this Jace in hand. He can't counter this now. We exile our graveyard and put these 5 cards into our library. And then we're in a pretty good spot. We have a good blocker. I mean, he can Brazen Borrower it, but it's also interesting. I could potentially play another Inverter depending on if I have any cards in the graveyard. But yeah, I can potentially play an extra Inverter. Probably next turn I'm just like slamming Jace. He's just probably going to bounce this. Oh, he doesn't. Why doesn't he want to bounce Inverter? With Brazen Borrower. Or with Petty Theft, I should say. That's really interesting. This is not a Spirit. I have a 6/6 flying blocker. And I have these 2 cards. So if I just Jace, that just gets disputed. I want to draw like a 1-mana. I want to draw like Push or Thoughtseize, I suppose. Thoughtseize would probably be the best draw. Oh, Discovery Dispersal is actually really good. It's actually very, very good. Alright, so let's just go like this. Play Discovery. Thoughtseize and Fatal Push. I think I put Fatal Push into my graveyard and draw Thoughtseize. Put into your graveyard, put on top. Because I want a Thoughtseize here. Go Thoughtseize. And now I almost certainly have it because I would just take Mystical Dispute. Oh no, then you can just Brazen Borrow, bounce my Thassa's Oracle. So I don't have it yet, but I still want a Thoughtseize. I guess I don't care about this Mystical Dispute. Curious Obsession. Sure. Let's see. Do I cast Thassa's Oracle? It forces him to have to Petty Theft it, or he loses the game. And I can put any number of them on top of my library. Okay, so I just take Dispute. He has those 3 cards in hand. Then I just play Thassa's Oracle. Then he has to Petty Theft in response to the trigger, or he loses the game. Yeah, that's fine. And he has to draw more interaction now. So I get to look at the top 0. And then next turn I just get to play Thassa's Oracle again. So he has to draw some type of interaction or we win. This is not the easiest matchup because they can interact in a fair number of ways. Mystical, Disdainful, Queller. Yeah, got there though. That was a great match. Really showed the deck against another strong deck, so that was a lot of fun. I'll see you in round 2. Alright, welcome back to round 2. We're against Tom Brungba, and we'll keep this hand. A little awkward with the mana, but we have double Thoughtseize, we have double Push, we have a lot of interaction, and looks like we might be up against Blue White Control. Just going to lead Catacomb, pass. Might as well just get the duel into play rather than playing the island. This island doesn't really cast any of these 4 spells that we want to cast, where the Drowned Catacomb does. Okay, Temple Garden, that's actually a good sign. I'd rather not play against blue-white control, I'd rather play against creatures. So I think I'm going to go with Thoughtseize, and then play a Temple of Deceit. Get the Scry in, get this tap land in while we can. Okay, interesting. Forest, Courser, Collected Company. That's actually pretty interesting, because I could take Coco, next turn take Coco, because this is like an inherent 2-for-1. But if I take Courser, he might not be able to do anything next turn, but I think I can beat just Courser, but Coco can be annoying, so I'm just going to plan on taking both Cocos. It's just the most powerful card. It's just a safe bet when you're playing with Thoughtseize, like, oh, okay, I can disrupt his plan if I take this Courser, and then take one of the Cocos, but it's like, if you just take the most powerful cards, you can probably beat the Coco. You don't want to like put yourself in a bad position where they like are able to resolve their powerful spell. As far as this opt, I'll keep on top. It's nice, it puts a card into the graveyard, allows us to scry again. We don't really care about using the mana, we're going to have open mana anyway. Okay, Forest Coco, alright, Forest Courser, excuse me. Selfless Spirit on top, that we don't care about because we can just kill. So we know it's these 3 cards, 1 card he drew, and I'm going to Thoughtseize his other Coco. Thoughtseize you, let's see what else he drew. Forest, Collected Company, blank is his hand. And he drew another Courser. I mean, that is annoying, but I guess we don't even really care about that. He'll accrue some advantage with it, but yeah, I'm just going to take Collected Company, leave him with those. And then I think I'm just going to opt now. And he's probably not even going to play the Selfless Spirit out. I think it's better to opt. Castle Vantress. Why don't I bottom Castle Vantress? It's going to be a while before I can start scrying with it. I'd rather just draw an Inverter of Truth or a Dig Through Time. Is fine as well. Just play another duel and pass. Just playing all tap lanes this game. Nice. Now all we can do this turn is either play Selfless Spirit or Courser, so it's a good position for us to be in. Yeah, he's just going to play another Courser, play a land, gain 2 life, which doesn't affect our game plan at all. And then his hand is whatever that 2/1 flyer plus Forest. So it looks like we're just against green-white Collected Company. Should be a really good matchup for us. And I cannot play Dig Through Time yet. Do I want to play Island? No, I think I'm just going to opt now. Jace seems good. Maybe it's not good enough. Because next turn, let's see. Next turn he's going to play the 2/1 flying and an Elvish Mystic. Then this Jace is just going to die. So it's just going to draw a card, gain some life. I think I can just do better than that. Alright, that is actually better, I think, because I can cycle this, draw a card, put another card in the graveyard for dig. Yeah, this looks good. Can just cycle this Fetid Pools here. Another Selfless Spirit. Okay, so we know his hand is Elvish Mystic, Selfless Spirit, Forest. Elvish Mystic resolves. Land for Courser. So we know his last card's Selfless Spirit. Yeah, this life gain doesn't matter. He's not hitting lands on top of his library, so it just really doesn't matter. Selfless Spirit, just going to Fatal Push that. And then cycle Fetid Pools. We're not able to Fatal Push the Courser yet because we don't have Revolt. He'll probably just sack. Hit us for 4 down to 10. And next turn we get to Dig Through Time. We can just do this now. We know his hand. Well, we know his hand is 0 cards. Watery Grave, not a good draw. Inverter. Thassa's Oracle. Okay, So now I just dig through time for the full delve because I just want to get all the cards out of my graveyard. And I want to leave mana up too. Drawing Selfless Spirit just doesn't matter to us at all. Wow. Inverter, Scarab God. Seems great to me. Is there any way we want opt over like one of these two? I mean, we're definitely taking Inverter. That's for sure. In the second card, it's either opt or Scarab God, I think. I don't think we want to take Thoughtseize. I don't think it really matters. I guess opt is probably better. It just ensures that we can win. Oh, maybe I just take Island. Because I haven't played a land this turn, so if I take Island, I ensure I get to 6 mana, and next turn I just get to go Inverter Thassa's Oracle. And I even get to play Thassa's Oracle this turn. Yeah, so I just take Inverter Island, because I know he's drawing Selfless Spirit, so this way I for sure win next turn, no matter what. So now I just... Suppose I just play Watery Grave tapped. Play Thassa's Oracle. Now he knows what we're on, but... Next turn, we just get to go Inverter, Thassa's Oracle, win the game. We know what he's drawing. Even if he hits a land, it doesn't matter. Next turn, we just win. Because we get to go Inverter, play another Thassa's Oracle, and we know he can't interact. Wait. Put a card on top of your library? No. We would have hit more lands, but... I mean, I don't think there's any reason to just... take the win when we know 100% no matter what he does here. Unless he has some type of land that he can play off the top that can interact, we just win. So. Voice of Resurgence, yeah. Just all the cards you would expect from a green-white Collected Company deck. Now we can attack. We can just block. And then I can just go Inverter into Thassa's Oracle here. Alright. Land. Inverter. Pretty simple at this point. And then play another Thassa's Oracle. The only reason I played this one is because, again, I knew exactly everything he could possibly do. And I knew he couldn't interact with the combo. So there's no reason not to run this out. Just to scry and get a blocker. Didn't even matter, honestly. I didn't need to. I had the win regardless. But yeah, now I just win. I want to put it on top? No, I'll put it on bottom. Alright, we got there. Again, I think this should be a great matchup for us. Probably want to bring in... Oh man, we get the green and the white hate. I mean, most of his creatures are, let's see, MTG, Goldfish. Most of his creatures are green, I think. Let's see if I can find, like, just a list of something he would, like, similar to something he'd be on. Oh, I need to go to Pioneer. I like to do this, just look at like a list when you're not really sure what they have. I'm not sure if I'm going to be evil. Excuse me. Not sure if I'm even able to find like what he's on. We need like green white cocoa. I'm not even sure what it's called. Green white beats, mono white devotion. It's not rally. Selesnya. He might be just like a Heliod combo deck, honestly. I mean, I pretty much know, I saw a lot of the cards. It could be like a Bant Company type deck, similar to that without Spellquiller and just the combo. But I think Aether Gust is good enough for sure. And this goes green or white. Oh yeah, duh. This green or white, duh. It doesn't just go white. Okay, yeah. We're good with all this. And what do we not want? Brutality does kill stuff. Thoughtseize is good. I could just take out like all the Discovery Dispersals actually. Like I just don't know if I'm gonna have really time for that. I could just do something kind of crazy like this and keep in all this interaction and keep in Scarab God, because I could win by Scarab God for sure, I think. Keep in all the ops. I haven't really sideboarded like this before, but I'm going to try it. Let's go. I think we are pretty favored in this matchup here. Alright. Let's see. I mean, this hand looks fine. We got a Thoughtseize into a Bantu's, so that seems good enough to me. Revealed Forest, played Llanowar, sure. I think I'm just... Ooh, I could just push it. Yeah, I'm just gonna push it. I can just Thoughtseize tap land next turn. Just this slows him down a lot. It's like, yeah, I could just wait in Bantu's, but I can just wait in Bantu's anyway, so... Man, everybody online is playing with these lands. I like them, but I'm fine just doing my thing. Okay, Voice of Resurgence. We can only cast spells on our turn now. Guess I'll just start with a Thoughtseize. Take a Collected Company like usual, I think. Just the scariest card. Bugler is annoying as well, but it's not the end of the world. Coco is just more value, I think. Just gonna take Coco and play a tap land here. That way if I need to, I can Bantu's. But I don't want to Bantu's yet, I want to wait. He doesn't have much pressure going on. Okay, he drew a Llanowar Elf. Yeah. Okay, and he couldn't even cast Bugler anyway. Okay, I'm happy taking Collected Company there for sure. We just take 2. Might as well Thoughtseize one of those away for sure. Remember that we can only play spells on our turn. Mostly saying that for myself. Don't want to get got by voice trigger. Thoughtseize, take a Bugler, go to 14. Play an opt on our turn, and a land. We can just kill this voice whenever, plus Bantu's. Like, we're in a good spot here. We have this dig through time as well. Again, doesn't have much pressure. You can just hit for 3. So we just take Bugler, we play opt. Play opt before playing land in case we want to opt into a tap land. I mean, Brutality's not bad. It kills voice. I already have a cut for that, but I think I'm just gonna bottom. Okay, Fatal Push is actually great. So let's see. If I Fatal Push voice right now, he has to play Bugler, and then I just Bantu's. I can also wait until he attacks, and then just Murderous Cut voice. But I want to save the cut, and I want to save my Delve for dig. So I'm just gonna do this now. Yeah, then he gets to go Bugler, hit for 3. I take 1 more damage, but I just get to play Bantu's next turn. If he doesn't play out Bugler, then that's fine. I could just take 3. But he's obviously going to. Let's see what he reveals. Another Bugler. That's kind of annoying. Definitely. He drew Forest. He hits for 4, down to 10. And I guess I had Bantu's right now. It just saves a lot of damage. Can also go push dig through time right now. Then I'm only taking 3, but if I just Bantu's, I'm taking 0 next turn. Yeah, I don't get to untap, but I can just time lock myself for a 3-mana Wrath. Yeah, Bantu's is pretty impressive. It's like, yeah, he gets to go Bugler here, but that's all he's gonna do. He's gonna reveal another Bugler. Oh, he missed? Oh, that's brutal for him. He does have a Llanowar, but that's not great. I don't think there's any reason for me to kill Llanowar. I'm just going to put this in tapped and pass. My life total is getting a little low, though. I'm going down to 7 here. You can make 1/1s. And you can also just draw a big thing at any point. Got to find the combo, but we do have a dig through time coming. And we have this Murderous Cut to stabilize, so we're looking to be in good shape still. Just going to lead on dig. think that's better than Murderous Cutting. Right, there's Inverter. I don't think I want to take Thoughtseize. So I take Inverter and Opt. Put those on the bottom. Just Opt now. Then I probably just Fatal Push now. To see if like something he can respond to us with. Oh, well, there's the combo. Put on top. Play this tapped. And Fatal Push now. I can even just Murderous Cut next turn and then combo the turn after, assuming I draw a land. So he could make a 1/1, which is obviously fine. You can even just play out a Thassa's Oracle right now and then still leave Murderous Cut up. So that's what I'm going to do. It should be enough. It's nice when you have, like, especially in a matchup like this, like, yeah, they can interact with our combo and you can just, like, really, like, play around everything. I guess there's no reason to leave either of these on top because I'd rather leave a land on top. So just bottom both. So that was effectively a 2-mana 1/3 Scry 2, which is not a great card, but it's also a fine card when it can allow you to win the game randomly. Alright, he creates a 1/1. Sure. Remember that we have this cut up still. So if he attacks with both, we just get to eat both his guys. Suppose I'll just block. Not scared of anything, I don't care if this dies. I want to go Murderous Cut no matter what because I want to exile our graveyard. I'll just cut this. 2. And then hopefully we draw a land. If not, I can still just play Inverter, put Murderous Cut into my library, and then next turn play Thassa's Oracle. It's a little more risky, I suppose. But he has to have some way to interact, which I don't think he's going to have. So I'm just going for it here. He has to somehow stop this Thassa's Oracle or he's going to lose. So we get to exile our library. We put Murderous Cut as the only card in our library. Next turn we draw that. 0 cards, play Thassa's Oracle. And then if this resolves, no matter what, we win. Because unless he counters Thassa's Oracle or strips it from our hand somehow, we win. Or, I mean, he can kill us. We're at 5, but we have 2 blockers. Looks like he's just castling here. This card's sweet. In a way, I almost didn't want to like play this deck yet because I want to play it in Phoenix and I don't want anybody to know about it. A little greedy, and I don't really think that matters. Nobody really, I don't have a huge following here on Snapbolt, so I think I'm fine to play it. But this is the perfect time. If you guys like the content, please subscribe. This is youtube.com/snapbolt. If you want to see this, like decks like this, or any other deck, any other format, I play pretty much everything. Just prepping for Phoenix right now, which is why I'm playing Pioneer. I'm having a lot of fun. I hope you enjoy the content. Again, youtube.com/snapbolt. I really appreciate the subscription, and I'll see you in round 3. Thank you so much. All right, 2-0 with this blue-black Thassa's Oracle Inverter of Truth combo. We're against Boo Khan, and we're on the play. This looks like a mulligan to me. We have Thoughtseize and Push, but we only have 1 land. So it's likely if we just don't hit lands, then it's just going to be really bad for us. So it's mulligan. This one we'll keep. This looks pretty nice. Could bottom an island, could bottom a field. I think I'm going to bottom island because then any land I draw, I can even field into a black source, and I can still cast Discovery Dispersal. So I think that's fine. Looks like our opponent mulliganed to 6 as well. They kept, and then I'll go Island Go. Plan on opting. Not scared of them countering my opt. Plains. Okay, so it looks like we're against Mono Black Agro, probably also with the Heliod combo. I think it's another decent matchup for us. They can be pretty fast, but... Okay, Fetid Pools. Might just have to play that this turn. No, I don't. Awesome. So now do I want to push this, save damage? Or do I want to Discovery Dispersal this turn? Leave up push for something else. When it dies, put a +1/+1 counter on target knight you control. I'm just going to kill that now. I think that's the safest line. Next turn I can even go Discover Dispersal, play Fetid Pools tapped. Ooh, blue white. Ooh, this might be like humans? Human knights? Castle Vantress, that's a fine draw. Let's just go Discovery. Putting cards into the graveyard here is very good for dig through time. And I'm going to put both of these into the graveyard for sure. Graveyard, graveyard, draw. Now we have 5 cards in graveyard. And I wonder if I want to play this Fetid Pools or cycle it later. I mean, I do kind of want all these lands, but maybe I just don't need to play Fetid Pools. No, I need another black source anyway. I'm going to play it. Could be wrong, but we also have this dig through time to help us find gas. So, again, I like our position here. Dauntless Bodyguard, okay, so it protects Thoughtseize Lieutenant, pumps it. He has only 3 cards in hand. And we have a dig through time coming down. Murderous Cut. That's another good one. Let's see. I think I go Field of Ruin Pass. And then I can Field a Glacial, then dig. That doesn't really make sense actually, because I can just go like Castle Vantress, tap 4 mana, leave 1 card in graveyard so I can Murderous Cut more easily and cast dig. So that's actually what I'm going to do. So I'm going to save the Field of Ruin in case he has like a Mutavault or something. I'm just going to plan on playing a 4 mana dig here. I actually want cards in my graveyard because I also have another Delve spell in hand that I'm going to want to cast. So I want to just dig for the full 4 mana here. Whoa. Why didn't he attack with Dauntless Bodyguard? What's he playing around? I'm not sure, but that's good for me. I'd rather just dig through time before Murderous Cutting. What is this? Oh, Venerated Loxodon? That's why. Enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature that convoked it. I mean, yeah, that's pretty good, but he wanted to get in the 2 damage. Okay. So this gets +1/+1 and he casts a 4 mana 4/4. It's not very good. It's good to know that he has Loxodon in his deck though. Definitely good to know. I'll keep pushing the graveyard, just doesn't matter probably, but okay, these are some really good ones. I mean, maybe I just take Inverter Thassa's Oracle, right? Then next turn I just get to go. Like, how can he beat that? I just take the combo. Next turn I just play Inverter, put Fatal Push back into my deck, draw Fatal Push, and then combo. I'm just going for it. I could take 2 removal spells, but I don't see why. Why would I do that? I can just win. Now I can even just play Thassa's Oracle. Yeah, now I'm even safer, because now I can just play Thassa's Oracle, leave up Murderous Cut. Or even just Murderous Cut something now. Like I can Murderous Cut this 4/4 now. And then next turn combo because I have 6 mana. Alright, let's do it. Just gonna go with Thassa's Oracle. Man, this deck is very good. It's really enticing me to play it. I guess just put these on the bottom, doesn't matter. Murderous Cut this now. And then next turn we have land, Inverter, Thassa's Oracle again. This is like the best dig through time deck I've played in Pioneer as well. Dig through time is just insane in this deck. So we can attack for some damage. Suppose I'll chump. Doesn't matter. It's just nice to play this control deck that like has this really nice combo finish. Inverter, 2 cards in library, and then Thassa's Oracle. I guess if he has some way to interact with this, but we also put another Thassa's Oracle back into our deck. So he has to interact with this one and the next one. Yeah. Alright, we want Bantus, we want Noxious Grasp, and that's it. We probably just want to side out all the Discovery Dispersals. I like to keep the Jason just because it's another avenue to win. Could also bring in Silmagar in this matchup, just take his big thing. Just don't know if we like have time to get up to that, but could be good and sounds fun. Maybe over like one of the Scarab Gods, just because that's even a little bit slow. Alright, let's try it like this. This looks awesome. Silmagar actually seems sick in this matchup. Alright. I have to lead on tap land, but this deck often leads on tap land anyway, and then I have Noxious Grasp and Thoughtseize into Jace. So this hand looks great. Let's keep. I'm sure he's going to have a 1-drop, because what hand are you keeping with that deck without? Oh, Collective Brutality, that's actually a great draw. Just lead with our Black Source. He's probably going to have a Thali's Lieutenant here. If he does, then which creature are we killing? Yeah. I suppose we're just killing the 3/2. I don't think we can Thoughtseize yet. But we could consider... Yeah, actually I like Brutality this and Duress mode you because we don't need all these Thoughtseizes anyway. So yeah, I really like that play. I'm going to do it. So Castle escalate 2 modes. -2, -2. Oh, I could just do 3 modes. Because I could drain for 2. I don't think I'm gonna want a Thoughtseize because next turn I want a Noxious Grasp. So I'm gonna just discard both of these Thoughtseizes, as weird as this is. Just because of the black mana constraint and yeah, I just don't think I want to cast these Thoughtseizes, so choose target opponent, choose target creature, and target opponent. And then discard 2 cards. I'm going to discard both of these Thoughtseizes. It's kind of a weird play, but I like it. Yeah, I figured we might miss on it as well, but I still like the play. Wow, Lev's Guide. Just detain something? Just a human? Yeah, so he's just blue-white humans. Alright, well, nothing he has interacts with our combo, so that's good. We gain 2 life. We could have just not used the Duress mode and kept the Thoughtseize, but then we're taking 2 off Thoughtseize anyway, which we're kind of on the back foot in this game, so it would be good to Thoughtseize one of these things, but we didn't, so this is where we're at. Okay, now I can just go Noxious Grass, Thali's Lieutenant. Thassa's Oracle is actually a fine draw. I also want a Field of Ruin, killing Mutavault. I need triple blue for Jace. I guess I just go Field of Ruin, pass. I guess that turns on his Knight of White Orchid, but there's nothing I can do about that. I don't really care either. He can get an extra land. If he hits another land here, he's probably going to have all the mana he needs. Oh, wow, he's activating Mutavault. That's just too enticing. I just get to Field of Ruin it? And he gets a blue source? That's too enticing to pass up. Yeah, it's Field of Ruin, Mutavault. I get an island, I suppose, because I need to be able to cast Jace. He gets a Plains, so he can Knight of the White Orchid next turn, getting like a Hallowed Fountain. Ooh, Dig Through Time is also good. I mean, if I just go Jace plus target myself, that's so good, I feel like. Oh, no. Then he gets to go... Oh, this is a human. Then he would make Thali's Lieutenant bigger. Okay, so I can't do that. But I can just Noxious Grasp the Thali's Lieutenant. So, that looks good to me. Just plan on doing that. I don't think there's any rush. He's just definitely going to cast Knight of the White Orchid almost no matter what. The Collective Brutality play could have been bad, but it's the line I took. I thought he probably doesn't have many spells in his deck, but he could have sided in something like, any blue counterspell basically. So again, I'm happy with the line I took. Wow, untapped Hallowed Fountain, maybe just because he wants to scare me, but I should have responded to this trigger if he has like some type of hopefully he didn't draw the Mystical Dispute. Okay, so we take 2 down to 12. Now we get to play Jace. If he has Mystical Dispute, that is definitely annoying. Maybe he doesn't have an island in his deck. That's certainly possible. Because I could go Field of Ruin your Hallowed Fountain, go to main, then if he floats blue, just go to main 2, and then I can just Dig Through Time, trying to find the combo. I'm only taking 4. I think I like that better, honestly. Yeah, I'm going to do it, because then he also can't even cast Sky Knight or other blue cards, especially if he doesn't have a... if he doesn't have another blue source in his deck. So I'm going to get a black source, so I'm going to tap like this. Yeah, he doesn't. Is there any reason? I think there is a reason to Dig Through Time now, because if I hit a 1-mana spell, a sorcery like a Thoughtseize that I want to take, it's worth it. And I want to exile my entire graveyard, so there's Inverter, 4, 5. So if I just take Inverter plus untapped land, I just win next turn. This deck is so crazy. Dig Through Time is like 2 mana, find the combo almost all the time. Any order. And then, yeah, next turn we have the win, assuming he can't interact. Which, especially with just triple planes up, I don't think he can. Yeah, this deck is nuts. History of Benalia? Yep. Man, I just can't say enough. I just love this deck. Just go Inverter. Leave up blue. 1 card in library after this, because the Dig Through Time is broken. And then Thassa's Oracle for the win. GG's. 3-0. I'll see you in round 4. Alright, 3-0 with Thassa's Oracle, Inverter of Truth combo. We have a totally fine hand. We have turn 1 Disruption, turn 2 Opt, we have a Murderous Cut, we have a follow-up with the Jace, and we're against Plains again. Wow, everybody is just Plainsing today. I mean, that's totally fine with me. That seems just like very good for us, and we draw Fatal Push. And our opponent only has 4 cards in hand. I'll just push this now. I just don't want to take damage. Plains. Another Mardu Woe Reaper. Oh my god, they exile a card from their own graveyard. Okay. If you do creature card from a graveyard. Okay. You can only exile creatures with this, not any card. Or another warrior. Okay. And now he can protect Woe Reaper with his Dauntless Bodyguard. Sure. Now I get to Thoughtseize and then Opt. It's usually good to wait on Thoughtseize because the more powerful plays generally come later. This time, potentially not. Now I'm getting hit for 4, but I can Opt and then I can Murderous Cut one of those guys. So I'm only going down to 14 and I can Opt, and again, then he's only going to have 2 power in play. He only has a land in hand, so we're in a really good position, as we've been pretty much this whole league. One thing I wanted to say was, oh wow, Thali's Lieutenant, that's a great draw for him. That was a really good draw. Now he's hitting for 6 down to 12. That's a huge difference. But I was just going to talk about the Scarab God. It hasn't seemed like it's like there's not really a spot I've been like, oh, I want Scarab God, but I also haven't really played any really grindy matchups where if they're Thoughtseizing me or taking like my combo pieces, Scarab God can also get those back. So I think that's where it's good, but maybe you just want Scarab God in the sideboard or not at all. So it's interesting, but so far I haven't like felt like I've had enough time to Scarab God. Like I'm just playing a 5-mana 5/5 that I have to untap and do something with. I'm not sure how strong that is. I could take Temple because I actually can't cast this Jace yet. I only have 1 blue source. But if I take Temple, play it, and then I can still Murderous Cut because I'll have 3 cards in graveyard. That seems decent to me. Is that good enough to win? What if I just bottom this? And then I go 3 cards in graveyard, then I go Field of Ruin, but then I have to get a black source with Field of Ruin in order to cast Cut. I'm just going to top this. Feels pretty bad, but I think it's fine. Alright, so now change of plans. Topping this was awful, but just because I had a good draw. So now what I can do is go... This is tough because then I'm not going to be able to Jace coming up, but I can wait on the Jace, honestly. Because I can go Discovery Dispersal into Murderous Cut. My other option is just to cut this turn, take 4, and then next turn Discovery Dispersal. Creatures you control get +1/+1 for 4 mana, tap, sack. So I'm not worried about that. I probably want to just kill a 3-power guy, because if he draws a creature, then he's still only hitting for 5. Alright, I'm going to go Temple plus Cut. Stick to the plan, get another blue source into play here. Fatal Push, I have to top that. I wonder if there's any reason to cut now. I think I'm going to. Just cut this Dauntless Bodyguard now. Drawing the Thoughtseize Lieutenant off the top was insane for him. That really is keeping him in this game, but I'm going to get to go push plus Discovery next turn, and he just drew a land, so still think we're in a good spot. He has 0 cards in hand. Can't even activate this Shafet Dunes. Let's just go... Let's see. Let's think about this. Do I want a Field of Ruin? No, because I need to do both of these. I definitely don't want a Field of Ruin. I'll just save it. Do I want to play it? No, I'll just go Castle, Discovery. I have this Fatal Push. This card has been kind of unassuming as far as my opponent's why is he playing Discovery in his deck? But this card's honestly been great. It's just 2 mana preordained, but the Surveil compared to Scry is huge. Getting to put these 2 cards into the graveyard, now if we ever draw a Dig Through Time, it's just insane. And I was talking about how Scarab God doesn't seem good, but it does seem good here. I think I'm just going to kill this now. Pass the turn. Next turn I can just slam Scarab God and then win the game with Scarab God potentially, just start making humans. Okay, so he gets to hit for 3. We go down to 5, but then I also play a 5/5. And if he draws another creature next turn, yeah, it's annoying, but Scarab God should stabilize us here, I think. So what I was just talking about Scarab God seems to already kind of be false. Blue, black, Scarab God, go. Yeah, so now even if he draws a creature, okay, so he can Shafet Dunes. If he hits with both, he only hits us down to 1, and then we get to eat his Banalish Marshal, which is not good for him. Yeah, now we just get to, let's see, we may just want to respond to this trigger and make a Mardu Reaper. I can also Dauntless Bodyguard on my Scarab God. Can also Thraben Inspector. If I Woe Reaper though, and then start making any more, if I get any more, I don't even really want to exile his creatures. Getting one would be good though. Alright, I'm just going to take the Dauntless Bodyguard here. I want to do it now because then I start scrying more and making him lose more life. So I think that's worth. Yeah, I think this is the right play. And I think it's worth it to do it now because I'm probably going to end up doing it anyway. And this ability is so good. They lose X life and you scry X, where X is the number of zombies you control. And I guess I'll control 1, so I get to scry 1, they lose 1, and then next turn, if I do it again, I get to scry 2, they lose 2, and then they're losing life, and I'm scrying every turn. Okay, so I choose Scarab God. I can't F6 now. I get to scry 1. Thought it was 2. I, for some reason, thought this was the zombie, but it's not. It's just a god. And then I'm just not going to attack. I get to just scry into more removal spells. Or like a dig through time or whatever. Discovery Dispersal. I'll probably just put that on the bottom. Opt is actually good. I'll just play this and then opt at the end of his turn. So I guess if he has a removal spell, he can get close to killing us, but if not, then we get to make another creature next turn. Oh my god, Brave the Elements. Oh wait. Oh, this is black, so he just goes pro black, kills us. Wow. He top decked Thoughtseize Lieutenant and Brave the Elements there. That was pretty unfortunate, but good game. I really thought we had that one. That was probably his only out, because any creature he draws just really doesn't matter. So that sucked, but he didn't see the combo. I still think this is a great matchup for us. I just really thought we were like heavily favored to win that. Just bring in these 4. Sumagrat does seem a little slow, but I think I'm just going to do the same sideboard. Bring in removal, bring in wraths, side out these slow cantrips, go with that. It's basically the same matchup as last time, except he might not. I don't even know if the last guy had the combo, honestly. Man, top deck Brave the Elements there. Any creature is fine, because then we just get to keep making Scarab God tokens and drawing removal spells. So it seemed like it was pretty much Brave the Elements there or bust. I mean, from his perspective, what cards did we play? We played Thoughtseize, Fatal Push, Collective Brutality, Opt, Scarab God, Murderous Cut. Like, it just straight up looked like we were blue-black control. Why would he think we're Thassa's Oracle Inverter of Truth combo? Because the rest of the deck is blue-black control. You just play these 8 cards, and then you just try to combo them. So I just don't know why he would like have any sideboard for the combo. We'll be on the play though. We have the combo, but this hand's like dreadfully slow. I don't think we can keep actually, because I don't think we can just not do anything till turn 5. This is so weird to mulligan this hand. Like in a lot of matchups, this hand looks really good, but I think we actually need interaction. Alright, well I'll just keep this. I guess put Field of Ruin on the bottom. I actually want to keep all these ops. I'll pay 2 life. Gotta start opting. Probably won't pay 2 life on the second Watery Grave though. Man, it felt so weird to mulligan that first hand. No 1-drop? Okay, he does. Yeah, I was like, no way. Maybe he was just seeing if we were F6'd. Smart play. So that's what he was doing. Something I do sometimes, which I should probably do more in my Magic Online play. We don't want Island, I don't think. Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize push. Okay. Well, we might be taking a lot of damage here. No, we can play Castle. Alright, so I'm going to play Castle, I'm going to play Thoughtseize. There's another Brave the Element, which is definitely annoying. Kytheon. Don't want to just give him all these creatures also. Like if I just leave him with Brave, is that fine? It's not a creature that can attack me. What if I just take Kytheon? I mean, next turn he's just going to play out both Raven Inspectors, right? I mean, I could even Fatal Push this Thraben Inspector now. We're just going to go with this line, leave him with Brave. This could be the end of me, but we're doing it. Now next turn he can just play a couple Thraben Inspectors. Played Castle, played Thraben. So it wouldn't have really helped us to wait on the Fatal Push there. Can bottom this. Just all the Watery Graves, huh? I don't think I want to take 2 damage. Gotta start playing them tapped. Can just opt again next turn. Just gotta find the combo. We basically need to find Dig Through Time. Only taking 2. He played Plains over Shafet Dunes. Sure, so we know that's his hand. We're at 14. There's Thassa's Oracle. Okay, that's good. Opt. Don't want to play it as a blocker yet because I want to just find the combo and win. Oh man. Of course. Well, now I guess I have to play it. It does stop him from attacking with Soldier, which is huge. I have to take 2 damage to play it, but I also get to scry 2 essentially. Yes. Blue, Thassa's Oracle. So he should know that we have another one in hand. Let's find the Inverter. Oh, there's Dragon Lord. Wow. But he could just go Brave the Elements on Dragon Lord. So maybe I just bottom the Dragon Lord, top the Opt. I can only top one of them, so I cannot go top no matter what. And I don't think I want to top the Dragon Lord because it just gets the ability just gets countered by Brave. Maybe that's fine. No, I think Opt is better. Oh man, it's close. It's really close. I'm only getting hit for essentially 1 next turn. He's probably just gonna have Brave up though. I'm not gonna get to Dragon Lord for 2 more turns. I'm gonna take Opt on top. Put Opt on top, pass the turn. He draws a card. We know these are 2 of the cards in his hand. There's Shafet Dunes, which isn't great because he probably doesn't have more lands after that. Oh god, that's so bad. Now we're getting hit for 5. So now we need to draw Bontus here. Bontus is like the best draw possible. That'll really take a lot of pressure off. Bontus? Because next turn he has the win with the Brave the Elements. Man, drawing that Banalish Marshal was huge. Mardu Woe Reaper, sure. So opt into Bontus here. I think it's my only out. Opt. Jace bottom. Yeah, now we're just dead on board. Just gonna play Temple, act like I have something. Bottom. Pass. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we got there, but that's okay. Felt like our opponent got incredibly lucky in the first game, and we just didn't really find the combo there in game 2. But good games, opponent. 3-1 now. I'll see you in the last round. Let's just go to end. Let's just let him kill us here. GG's. All right, 5th and final round against David 1987. Probably the year he was born. And I'll keep this hand, a little slow and clunky, but we got a scry. We have like all tap lands, but again, I think that's fine. This is interesting. I'm just going to lead Temple. I have to play another tap land next turn. I get to scry this turn. I get to opt next turn. Just bottom this. So next turn I'm planning to go Fetid Pools opt. Ooh, is this a mirror match? Looks like it. Ooh, Discovery Dispersal. Do I want to just play that? No, I'd rather get the tap land down now. Bottom this. Another Inverter. Play Fetid Pools. This might be a mirror. Nope. Botanical Sanctum. Sylvan Carroted. Okay, we might just be up against Niv Mizzet. Now I just go Discovery Dispersal. Just Discovery, I suppose. Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize does seem decent. I can Thoughtseize this turn. And then I just get to play Jace. Oh no, I don't get to play Jace next turn. Definitely putting Inverter into the graveyard. I think I just graveyard both of these because I want to play a tap land anyway, so I don't want to Thoughtseize this turn. And it's likely I'm just going to be able to Jace next turn anyway. And I would draw Watery Grave. Okay. Just going to play Fetid Pools. I want all the mana, and I don't need to use mana this turn. So I'd rather play another tap land and have these two untap lands in my hand for the following turns when I might need them. Does he have no play? Oh, just another Carroted. Oh, is this a combo? Might be. I'm going to go Jace Mill myself, I think. Jace. Wonder if I'm up against some type of combo deck. No, that doesn't make sense. I just wonder exactly what he's on. I'm not sure, honestly. Mill Dig Through Time and Fatal Push, and I draw Opt. Okay. Well, we have a Jace in play, and they don't have any way to pressure it right now. They could have a removal spell for it or something, but are we up against Niv with just like an awkward mana base there? Yeah, it looks like Niv here. Bring to Light for Niv. Or just cast Niv, sure. So it looks like he automatically put 3 cards into his hand. They have to be Tulsimir, Teferi, and Bring to Light. And then he played Temple Garden. Okay. So he has another Bring to Light in hand, which seems good for him. Do I want to Jace Mill myself? I don't think I want to put any more cards in my graveyard. So I'll mill him. I guess if I mill myself and hit an Oracle, that's a little risky. Not really, because I have all these ways to find it. I'll just Jace plus target him. There's the Scarab God. Wow, that's interesting. Hit his Unmoored Ego, that's nice. Do I want to just jam Scarab God, or do I want to play all this library manipulation? My Jace is gonna die. Pretty close. I guess the Scarab God's not doing that much right now. So I think I'm just going to start with Discovery. Graveyard, Graveyard. Fatal Push, that's not a good draw. It's just Discovery again. Graveyard, Graveyard, man. Not finding the combo here. And then I think I'll just opt now. Put opt on bottom. Field of Ruin, interesting. Alright, well, this is the situation where you wish you had 4 Dig Through Time in your deck. Okay, kills Jace. Sure. And now he gets to bring to light again, or just play a Tolsimir. I guess he might play Teferi. Oh, he's just playing an Uro into one of these other threats. I guess he can Uro into... Oh, he doesn't have any more lands? Uro into Teferi. He was trying to hit lands. Interesting. And then Teferi plus. Did I not see the Uro? I don't think I did. It's funny that I can actually Scarab God this Uro, but then that's not even that great, actually. As funny as that is. Alright, well, I just play Scarab God here. And then... Well, do I want to leave up Fatal Push for anything? No, I think I'd rather just play a tap land, I suppose. I can just play Watery Grave tapped. Don't know if that's necessary either, but just building up a bunch of mana. Bounce Scarab God with Teferi, sure. Inverter's interesting because I have a big graveyard now. I've actually never had a graveyard this big. We have a bunch of murders, 2 murders cuts, and 2 digs left in our deck that we haven't been able to find. This Bring to Light in his hand is really scary. Looks like he's just casting it for another Niv, most likely. Or maybe he's just casting it, he's not sure what he's going to take yet. Luckily we hit Unward Ego. I'm assuming this is just going to be another Niv. Could be some other like really powerful 5-drop like a Scarab God. Let's just Siege Rhino. Alright. I can kill that with Field of Ruin Fatal Push if I want. Plays a tap land. Okay, it's good for us that he used the Bring to Light there. Man, I just don't see how we're gonna win. Because now even if we draw Thassa's Oracle, it's not gonna be enough. It's not a good position for us to be in. I think we're gonna lose this game. Let's just try this. Field of Ruin here. Suppose get a swamp. Fatal Push now. I guess I could have cycled Fetid Pools before all this, but okay, that's all we can do. We're taking 6 off this Niv. So next turn I think we have to just play double Inverter because we have to be able to block Niv and get around to Fairy Bounce. And he's probably going to have more pressure than that. So yeah, I think double Inverter is probably the play next turn. And then we'd have to try to somehow win with Jace because our library will only be these cards. I don't even particularly love showing him what deck we are, but is what it is. This is the danger of playing this type of deck, which hasn't happened to me before, but yeah, it's certainly possible. Okay, he just Uro'd. So we get a 6/6. That's actually good because that's something we can potentially Fatal Push. And he shocks, which is interesting. Collective Brutality. So our permanents aren't going to leave the battlefield. I could Brutality now to not have to play Inverter, but again, if I just even Inverter later, like my graveyard's just going to be so full. I just don't see like a route to take that would allow us to win this game. Man, I wish I could see. Because I have to have a permanent leave the play for Fatal Push to be active on this Uro as well. I don't see how we're going to get through 17 cards, but I'm going to try. So I'm just going to double Inverter here. I hope that's enough. Feels so weird. And probably not enough because he has 2 lethal creatures there. Inverter. Now we basically just have to win with Jace, and he has 7 cards in hand. I'm assuming just one of these is going to get killed, and then that's going to be that. Oh, I can't even double Inverter here because then I just literally just mill my entire deck. But that's fine. I think we were going to lose anyway. I just punted this game hard, but all we could have done was Brutality there anyway. Yeah. I guess if we had drawn Jace, then I could have gone play Inverter, play Jace, and maybe win the game. But now we're not going to know. I just wasn't thinking. This is just like, it's hard to tell with Magic Online, but I just wasn't thinking about the double Inverter trigger and exiling our library twice. But yeah, we're 100% dead here. We're just dying upkeep. I'll just pass the turn. I'll just see if he shows us any more cards. But yeah, we're dead. Yeah, utter end, sure. Okay. It didn't matter anyway. Even if we didn't do that huge punt, didn't matter. We don't have any cards in the library. I was like, let's see if we would have drawn Jace, but we already exiled all our library. Alright. Sumagar seems good. I mean, Unmoored Ego does seem decent just to take Niv, but I don't know if that's enough. Yeah, that's Aether Gust. That stops Bring to Light for a turn, I guess. Can also just be annoying for him. Maybe even Duress, just taking... He has like a lot of powerful spells. Yeah, Ashiok seems good. Yeah, this kills Planeswalkers too. They usually have a lot of Teferi, so that's a lot of sideboard cards. Don't think I want Fatal Push at all. I think Brutality is worse than these other cards we're bringing in. Murderous Cut isn't bad, but it's not great. Could even just trim on a couple ops because just want really a high density of good cards. It's a pretty bad argument when you're sideboarding, but I really just not sure what else to cut. Scarab God does seem pretty good. I just don't know how I'm going to actually get to like Scarab God back in Niv. Just going to like go back, just going to go like this. Alright, let's run it like this. This is interesting. Alright. Play first. Suppose I'll keep this hand. Kind of awkward, but a lot of lands seems good in this matchup. Duress seems good. Probably just not going to Duress on T1. Probably just going to wait. Just play these tapped. Probably Duress on T2. It's better to wait on like Duress and Thoughtseize effects generally when you can, because it gives them more time to draw more stuff that you want to take. You just don't want to like do it if you don't want to wait if you're going to like disrupt your own plan. And we missed on Duress. Wow, that's terrible for us. And he has a T3 Rhino hand. Also terrible for us. Man, that was just brutal. I mean, they're not like all creatures in their deck. They have a ton of spells. That felt horrible. Oh no. I mean, I can wait till after Niv to Duress, I suppose. He's going to Siege Rhino though next turn. Oh god, I guess I just wait. I mean, I think Duress is good in this matchup. Bring to Light, all the removal spells they have, the Planeswalkers they have. Just unfortunate. Felt like we got pretty unlucky in the last round as well. It's definitely a matchup we can lose, but... Okay, yeah. So we go Stomping Ground, Rhino, and then we know that those 3 and 2 cards. So if I just go Jace, he's not going to be able to kill it. I'm going to get at least 2 cards off of it. Seems good to me. Jace plus, I'll target myself, I suppose. Yeah. Land, Inverter. Okay, that's good. It's really good. Tax our Jace down to 1. You got it. Ooh, we could do an interesting play here. We can just Inverter. Okay, he kills it and we have to discard a card. This is really interesting because if I just play Inverter next turn and then play Jace, as long as he doesn't have a removal spell for the Jace, I'm going to win. Oh, but now more cards are going to the graveyard. It's close. It's close. Do I just discard this Duress? I think so. It's just probably going to miss. Because now if I Inverter, I have 5 cards in the library. Then I draw down to 4. Play Scarab God. He probably plays Niv. Then I draw down to 3. Then I still don't win. I mean, I can also just play Scarab God this turn. I think that's what I have to do. Or I can just use Castle Vantress as well. Scry 2. Try to scry into the combo, but this combo doesn't even really work here. I mean, I can also just play Jace this turn. Maybe I just do that. Because he can't kill it. Alright, yeah. Let's go. Because he can only attack Jace for 4, and Jace has 5 loyalty. Now I think I mill him, because I don't want to put any more cards in my graveyard, I don't think. Siege Rhino, Bring Delay, another Inverter. Alright, just play Island, pass. So with Jace out, I could actually double Inverter. But he's probably going to be able to play Niv here. Hopefully he just plays Uro if he doesn't have an untapped land. Yeah, so he's just attacking our Jace down. Jace still at 1 though. Alright, looks like an Uro to me. Perfect. That goes to the graveyard. And we can even just play a Scarab God to protect our Jace. Or we can go deep and play an Inverter, but then then we have another Jace coming. I don't hate that. He didn't even hit land. So if I play Inverter and then I can even plus Jace target myself. Oh no, then I could plus Jace target him because I don't want to mill my own Jace. And I can even play Inverter next turn. Alright, I'm going for it. Black, black, blue, blue. Play Inverter. So that's my library now. But I don't really want to mill myself yet. I don't believe. Because then if he kills this Jace, and I mill the Jace, then I lose. I think it's worth it to mill him. I draw down to 4. Then next turn I draw down to 3. And I can play another Inverter and then win. So yeah, I definitely mill him. And I drew the Jace. Nice, that's great for me. Okay. In a good spot here. Let's see what he's got. Red, black, Sacroxa. Oh, Dreadbore the Jace. Okay, but we have this other Jace. Wow, now I can even go Inverter, put the Jace back in my library. Which, I mean, do I do that? Or do I just play this Jace? I guess it's close. I think playing this Jace is safer, because then if he kills this station, then I can Inverter again. Alright, let's do that. Let's play Jace. And then I have to mill him, because I don't want to go to 0 cards in library right now. And then I just pass. And then I'm in a pretty good spot to win, because even if he kills this Jace, then I draw down to 1 card, but then I just Inverter 2 Jaces back on top of my library. So he can go Niv here, probably is all he can do, most likely. And if he goes Bring to Right for a removal spell on this Jace again, I have these Inverters to keep putting these Jaces back in my deck. So interesting. Utter End the Jace. Okay, that exiles it. But I get to put this Jace back in my deck, so I can try to win with that one. So we're staying alive here. So now I have 1 card in library. I go land. I go Inverter. But I can't play another Inverter. I can play a Duress though. So Jace is the only card in my library now. Go Duress. Wow, Mystical Dispute, Bring to Light, Teferi. I don't think any of these do anything. Because next turn we're just playing Jace and then plussing it. So I suppose just Bring to Light is something that could mess with me. So yeah, I just definitely take Bring to Light. Because he could Bring to Light for like Unmoored Ego or something weird. And then I just pass the turn. And right now with what he has in hand, he doesn't have anything to answer our combo. Because Mystical Dispute doesn't counter our spell because we have so much mana. No reason to attack either. We just have to win with this Jace next turn or we die. So unless he draws something here, we have it. Just playing a Niv, sure. Alright, going to the last game of this league. That was a cool one. Oh, he drew Bring to Light. Is this for Unmoored Ego? Naming Jace? Oh no, he drew Bring to Light. Slaughter games. Oh man. I can't believe how many like weird removal spells he had to get out of that game. Wow. GG's, top deck the Bring to Light there. That's why I took Bring to Light, because I was scared of like Unmoored Ego or Slaughter games, the like. But now we go down to 0 cards and we lose. GG's, so we ended up 3-2. So I mean, we're drawing a card right now. We have 0 cards and we don't have a Jace out. There's probably other ways I could have played this. I mean, I don't think there really was, but ended up 3-2 there. I thought it was pretty unfortunate in the last 2 games to end up 3-2 like that. I thought we could have won either of those 2, but we didn't. Thanks for watching. Again, youtube.com/snapbolt. If you like the content, please subscribe. Thank you so much. Till next time.